The Environment Minister, Peter Garrett, last night enjoyed some respite from the controversy surrounding the government's troubled home insulation scheme. At a community cabinet meeting in Ballarat, insulation wasn't mentioned, but members of a small community on the outskirts of the city did have an environmental axe to grind. Farmers from nearby Warborough turned up to protest against a local wind farm, which they claim is making them sick and forcing families to leave their homes. It's an issue dividing the small Victorian community, as AM's Samantha Hawley reports.
It's unclear whether they were applauding his ministerial or rock star status, but Peter Garrett is certainly welcome in Victoria's Ballarat.
Peter Garrett, the Minister for the Environment.
Kevin Rudd and his cabinet ministers were there to take questions from the community. Dodgy insulation didn't raise a mention. It was an environmental issue of another sort that was causing tensions inside and outside the school hall. They were protesting about the nearby Warborough wind farm on the outskirts of Ballarat.
My name's Belinda Wheel. Mr Rudd, residents are suffering from sleep deprivation, health problems due to wind turbines sited too close to homes.
The Environment Minister told the gathering it's more of a state issue, although he has proposed national wind farm guidelines. And there was this from Kevin Rudd.
I don't think it's beyond our wit as a nation to get this balance right.
If there had not been a problem, we would not be speaking out.
Bernie Jansen lives about 3 kilometres from the Warborough wind farm, which began operating last year.
Within weeks of the last ones being turned on, started getting headaches, started getting heart palpitations.
Mostly ear pressure, headaches, heart palpitations, high blood pressure.
Donald Thomas lives about 3 kilometres from the wind farm.
Before the windmill started operating, there was none of this.
It's a similar story from Rod Neal. His parents, Noel and Janine, have left their farm to live in Ballarat.
I go out there and work, and I'm lucky to work out there for half a day before I get a headache pretty much straight away.
Rod Neal says he thinks the health side effects could be caused by low-frequency noise or a change in air pressure, but it's an issue dividing the local community. Doug Hobson, who's paid by the wind farm company Axionia to operate 5 turbines on his property, says he's had no problems.
I work around them every day, work right up to the base of them. They haven't affected my life.
Axionia wasn't available for comment. In the past, it has said it doesn't believe there are any adverse health impacts. Last week, the company bought a property from one of its most vocal critics, who is now subject to a confidentiality agreement. Bernie Jansen says selling up is not an option for her family.
I couldn't move from here. We've spent 30 years building this place.
Warborough resident Bernie Jansen ending Samantha Hawley's report.